Hello aspirants. So today I am going to discuss about APSC preparation strategy. So for this preparation we have to first know about the pattern of exam, syllabus, book list which I used to follow, and I will also going to tell you about my strategy and timetable. So first we will see the pattern of exam. So, in this exam, there are three stages. First one is in prelims, second mains, third is interview. So, in prelims, we have two papers, that is general studies and CSET. General studies and CSET both are for 200 marks each and for 2 hours. In mains, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 papers. So first paper is essay, General Studies 1, General Studies 2, General Studies 3, 4, 5. All of these 6 papers will have 3 hours and 250 marks each. The third one is interview, which is for 275 marks, where center will be in Guwahati. So this prelims is like objective, that is MCQ type, and mains is for descriptive, that is we have to write the answers. Okay, so now we will discuss about the syllabus of the exam. So in prelims we will have general studies. So important topics will be current events of national and international importance, that is it is only saying about the current affairs. Then history of India and national movement of India, that is history and national movement. History includes all the three, that is ancient, medieval, modern history, including art and culture. Then general science. Science includes chemistry, physics and biology, and also the current affairs. India and world geography. Here it is only talking about the geography portion. Economic and social development, that is it is telling about economics and society and social justice. Society and social justice, it mostly from the current affairs only. Now again last one is general issues on environment, ecology, biodiversity and climate change. This is again in the same way covered from the current affairs. So 30 to 35% questions will be related to Assam, that is whatever in this syllabus. Suppose if we talk about the geography, then might be there is one question regarding geography of India, but there may be possibility of asking question about geography of Assam also. So 30 to 35 questions will be related to Assam. So in this year, that is in 2022-23 exam APSC, 30 to 35 questions were from current affairs. So you can conclude from this that current affairs is very much important part of the APSC preparation. So if you talk about the book, then it itself covered from the books which I have suggested or many used to suggest for mains preparation. So mains preparation books only, but you can purchase if you want to then APSC MCQ books which are available in the markets also and online also for prelims preparation. So now let's just talk about the second paper, that is CSET. So here it comes. The first one is reading comprehension. There is again this objective question that is for 200 marks for 2 hours. Second is interpersonal skill, including communication skills, decision making and problem solving, general mental ability, simply you can write reasoning, and basic numeracy, that is class 10 level, that is maths. For example, percentage, average, mixture and allegations, profit and loss, speed, time and distance. Okay, so for this I used to follow personally, but if you have some different books or some different YouTube channel, then you can follow that. But for as I am suggesting my book list, so I used to follow Sybil Step YouTube channel. So there you can search UPSC CSET previous year questions. Then you will find the videos. You can look after that videos and solve the problems related to that, or otherwise you can follow any YouTube channel. Just search there, yeah, UPSC CSET. Okay, so now coming to the main syllabus. So there are, I already mentioned, there are 6 papers. The first one is essay, that is paper 1. In essay, preferably I used to follow newspaper, that is editorial section. And simply there is one important thing you, that is all have to keep in mind, is that most of the questions on essay or papers or general studies, there it is asked from the current affairs, that is whatever is going currently on the nation, in the nation. So from the editorial sections I used to read editorials which used to help me in essay. I used to prefer magazines also, like Yojana or Kurukshetra. There also I used to get few important points like Panchayat Raj and social welfare systems, about the women empowerment. Okay, if you have different books you can follow, like you can purchase a book which is essay on essays for UPSC, and you can follow that also. Okay, so for paper 2, that is GS 2 only, GS1, paper 2 GS1. So it is most time said that you have to follow NCRT of 6 to 12 for basics, but I used to suggest that if you do not have any knowledge about the history part or the geography part, or you are from different backgrounds, that is science background, commerce background, or other like mathematics background, then you can follow if you have. But if you have little bit idea about the history, geography, and art subjects, then I don't prefer it to follow, because it might get it may consume your more time. So actually I am a chemistry student, chemistry honors. I have chemistry honors in my graduation, so I did follow, but not completely. I used to follow it like, if in a standard book there are some points which I do not get understand, then I used to follow back to the NCRTs and get to that point. Okay, so for history there are again ancient history, medieval history, modern history, freedom struggle, art and culture. So for ancient history, I used to follow R.S. Sharma book, which is a very good book. Everyone used to suggest this book, but I personally suggest you that this is very wonderful book. You can prefer it. Many of the MCQ questions used to come from this book only. So medieval history, Satish Chandra, again very important one. Modern history, Spectrum by R. Ahir, that is Rajiv Ahir. Freedom struggle, Bipin Chandra. In Bipin Chandra, there is small portion of freedom struggle written. You can read it from there. Art and culture, Nitin Singhania. That is very wonderful book again. So geography, like history. Then second is geography. In geography there are 2 portions: physical and human geography. For physical geography, I used to follow Jishi Leong book. And human geography, there is class 12, preferably from human geography. Then third portion is Indian society. I have not purchased any book for it, but I used to read it from class 11 till sociology book and some magazines that I have told you. Society, in society there is like caste system, or whatever in society we used to get, that we can get from uh, magazines also, and this sociology book is very nice. Now moving to the paper 3, that is general studies 2. Here it includes governance, constitution, polity, social justice, international relationship. So for governance, I used to prefer governance book by Vision IS, that you can purchase from any online website, or like Amazon or Flipkart. For constitution, there is class 12 book, Indian Constitution is a very good book. But this constitution you can cover from this Lakshmikant also. If you don't have this, then no need to purchase. So for polity, M. Lakshmikant, that's very important book again. Social justice, there is one website that I used to follow especially for social justice, that is Inside IS. Social justice Inside IS. If you search, then you will get it. Now again, for international relation, I used to follow Avneet Singh, and of course the most important part, newspaper. So here also, if you have any basic concept doubts, that you are not aware of these portions, then you can follow class 6 to 12 NCRTs, or newspaper is compulsory. Then move to paper 4, that is GS3. There includes science and technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, internal security, disaster management. So science and technology, I used to follow Science and Technology for Civil Services by Ravi P. Agrahari. That is very good one. For economics development, all know that Indian economy by Nitin Singhania. That is very good one. So for biodiversity in environment, you can follow Shankar IS Academy book for environment. This book will cover both these sections. For internal security, there's very good one book which is Challenges to Internal Security of India by Ashok Kumar IPS and Bipul Anekant. Then disaster management, I used to follow Vision IS Disaster Management class notes, which I have purchased from Amazon. Okay, so move to the paper 5, that is General Studies 4. There is only one section, that is Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude, and there's one book which is very good for this General Studies 4 is Lexicon for Ethics, Integrity and Aptitude. You can purchase it from any store or website. And there is very important portion which includes in APSC but not in UPSC. In UPSC we have different compulsory optional subjects, but in APSC we have paper 6, and that is General Studies 5, which is about Assam. So history, geography, polity, economy, art and culture, environment, social justice, society governance, etc. All questions related to Assam. So for this you can use two books, History of Assam, Edward Albert Gate, and another one is Assam History and Culture, that is Shekhar Bhattacharya. So these two books are very nice, but you can prefer this book because in this book you will get art and culture also, and small portion of geography also. So moving to the next, I have completed this pattern of exam, syllabus, book list which I used to follow. Now it's time for my strategy and timeline I used to follow for this preparation. Okay, so my strategy is very simple, that I have to study. There is nothing over it. So I study 4 slots per day. In first slot, I used to study for 3 hours, and actually currently I am focusing on General Studies paper 2, General Studies 1. That means in my strategy, um, I followed that I will complete the syllabus in paper wise, like paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, like that. So for the General Studies 1, history, for 3 hours, again 2 slots, second slot 3 hours for geography, but taking a gap of 30 minutes. In this gap I used to watch uh, videos which entertain me, or if I have something work to do, or like paintings and all, or otherwise I used to take a small nap. So in third slot, that is for 2 hours, which is newspaper. 2 hours in the starting period is sufficient for newspaper. Yes, especially I have not told you about that I used to read Assam Tribune, physical one, that Assam Tribune newspaper. This is Saturday, May 6. So that is Assam Tribune, and I used to watch one The Hindu editorial, The Hindu newspaper analysis from YouTube, and fourth slot is for 3 hours again, that is society, in which I used to do only readings. I don't write notes or making questions and answers. I just go through the book and try to understand what is the society is speaking about, because society is like a very vast syllabus, if you think, but if you think it's a very small one. So I think that in this portion we have to focus more on the concept rather than the facts. So, very important point which I used to follow, and I prefer you to follow that. Clear your basics. Once it cleared, then do not go back to basic books again. It's a waste of time. Rather, try to catch points from the standard books, or you can refer few points or few topics if it is needed. And second one is, do not run after topper's note. Never. Try to make your own notes, but in the first reading, but not in the first reading, because in the first reading you will get confused. If you read one line, then you think, I used to think that this is also important, second line this is also important. In such way I used to copy all the books, that is uh, complete book. So in the first reading, no need to make the notes, but if you prefer then it's okay, but I do not prefer to make notes in the first reading. So never skip newspaper, very very important part, because as I already told you that in this year also 30 to 35 questions were asked from current affairs. So read the articles in which you are interested. If you do not have interest on reading the newspapers, then try to read the articles like sports or economics, or if you have like interest on politics, then read the polity part. Or if you have different like geography, you can read geography part. And there's few movies, about the movies also you can read about that also, but try to get interest on newspaper. Then never compare yourself with others. Maybe they have been preparing for last few years and you are unaware of it. Obviously, it could happen. We used to compare us from others, that he or she is doing great, but I am like lagging behind. But it is okay. So, last but not least, trust the process. Whatever process you are going through, trust that and do revision and revision and revision. Believe in yourself. So, thank you for today. This is my, you can say, the first video on how to prepare for APSC. So, if you are preparing, then all the best. Do share this video, like and subscribe. Thank you so much.